You know, there are so many highlights to this Marilyn Monroe collection. I think my favorite piece, though, is in 1946, Norma Jean Doherty started her acting career, divorced her husband, and in a 1-month time period, like this tsunami of crazy events happened. She had to change her name. So she went to a mentor of hers named Ben Lyon and said, "Hey, Fox just signed me. My new screen name is Claire Norman. What do you think?" And he's like, "Not great." So the legend goes, he said to her, "Who's your father?" She says, "I don't know. I think this guy named Monroe." He's like, "Monroe, that's a good, strong name." Ben Lyon was in love with an actress named Marilyn Miller, who died at age 35, and he always loved the name Marilyn. He looked at her and said, "You're Marilyn Monroe." And that was supposedly the legend. Within 30 days, she went from Norma Jean Doherty to Marilyn Monroe, and the rest is history. A few months ago, the Ben Lyon family called us up, and lo and behold, they brought in this photograph that says, "Dear Ben, you found me, you named me, you made me." I mean, we have the concrete piece of evidence that proves once and for all how Marilyn Monroe got her name. And it's really, when you think about like a personality that is probably the most famous person in the world, it's pretty amazing. I mean, we sell lots of cool things, but when I saw this photograph, I'm like, it's priceless. I mean, it really is the moment that like changed her entire life. So those kind of things you rarely come across. You know, I think Marilyn is like one of those tragic figures where if you think about it, she's in an orphanage, okay? She's like, doesn't have parents, she has a custodian, and she's in the LA orphanage system, which can't be great, right? It's in the 40s, it's gonna be terrible. And she goes from age 0 to age 36, and in 36 years becomes the most famous human being in the world. In the world. And I think that story is so amazing because she was just this innocent little being who just everybody fell in love with. There was some magic about her. And like today, you can go anywhere in the world. I was just in Japan in Harajuku walking down the street. There's more Marilyn Monroe t-shirts than anything else. It's everywhere, and it's just, I think it's the legend, it's the mystique, it's the look. And look, she lived like this very tortured life, and I think that, you know, people identify with it. She was a kind person. I mean, she worked hard during the Korean War to, motivate the troops in going overseas. And I think that because of the way she lived, so much in the spotlight. And she's like a comet. She burned so bright and then just went out. I think we'll never forget her.